Hi, my name is Madison Snyder, and this op-ed video is for English 105. This opinion piece focuses on the increase in places that ask for tip, so tipping trends on the rise. Tipping in the United States began in the late 19th century and was initially resisted because many saw it as an undemocratic practice imported from Europe. This historical context adds an interesting layer to today's debate about the increasing in tipping. We see this trend in three ways. First, there's an increase in tipping requests as fast food and casual dining restaurants. This includes places where tipping was traditionally not expected, such as coffee shops and bakeries. Second, the economy has expanded tipping cultures into new areas. Services like ride-sharing, Uber, and food delivery apps now routinely promote users to tip their drivers or delivery personnel. Third, this is a growing trend of tipping requests in educational and virtual environments. Tutoring, online course instructors, and even virtual event hosts are now including tipping options to supplement their income. My opinion on this, I personally think there is a rise on tipping. I remember when I was little, you'd only see people asking for tips, or like they wouldn't even be asking. It was just like out of common courtesy to tip like your restaurant or your waitress or those things. And now I feel like anytime I go somewhere, there's someone always asking for a tip. Like for example, I went to the mall last week and I went to order food and the person only asked me what I wanted and I told him, and then the next part on the screen after I paid was a tip, and I was like, I didn't even have a conversation with you. So I do think there's a rise more of tipping. This trend is problematic because it creates social pressure on customers to tip in situations where it was not previously expected. Additionally, it can lead to confusion about when tipping is appropriate and how much to tip, potentially causing financial strain on customers. This trend is also concerning because it can lead to tip fatality, where customers feel overwhelmed by the constant request for tips. It also blurs the line between traditional tipping scenarios and new unexpected ones, making it harder for consumers to navigate social norms around tipping. According to the article, do tips increase workers' incomes? An increasing tipping rate reduces hourly wages. Total worker compensation increases at different rates depending on the market structure, market coverage, and employment level, with the expectation of price-taking service providers where the tip-inclusive hourly income declines with the tipping rate. This shows that while tipping might seem like a boost for workers' incomes, it can actually lead to lower hourly wages in competitive markets that can result in a decrease in overall income when tips are factored in. This supports the trend of tipping becoming more prevalent, but also raises concerns about the impact of fair compensation for workers. It's important to consider the broader social implications. The rise in tipping culture can be attributed to several factors, including a gig economy, where workers often rely on tips to make a living wage. This shift places to the burden of fair compensation on customers rather than employees, potentially leading to inconsistency in income for workers. Additionally, the psychological aspect of tipping cannot be ignored. Customers may feel pressured to tip more due to the social norms of digital prompts, which can create a sense of obligation rather than voluntary act of appreciation. The increase in tipping can also reflect income disparities. In higher income areas, workers might receive substantial tips, while those in lower income regions may struggle to earn enough through tips alone. This disparity can further widen the income gap and contribute to economic inequality. It's crucial to address these issues by advocating by fair wages that do not rely heavily on tipping, ensuring that all workers receive constant and acquiring compensation for their labor.